Caterpillar's coming tomorrow. Starwear getting closer. Social features incoming. Good evening in the morning to you. It's Thursday, May 5th, and we're just gonna dive into some of the more recent player-facing highlights, so let's get it. Through the month of April, CIG dug into several aspects of the game, building the new and bettering the old. Improving NPC flight combat against ground targets was worked on. That might make you pucker up a bit when you realize that means a future where your on-foot characters and ground vehicles are getting strafed up by enemy AI ships. But that also means when NPC crew is a thing, they'll inherit those skills too. Improvements to other AI ship combat mechanics like making jousting faster and more intense, close quarter strafing and direction changes more prevalent, and providing better tactic selections and transitions. Alright, let's back up a sec. The idea with master modes was to kill all that ship jousting, and it worked. That goofy thing of ships taking pot shots while flying past each other was pretty much wiped out. Now they're working on improved jousting because they'll be throwing master modes away and we'll be right back to jousting. Some folks can't wait to get rid of master modes, and that makes sense if you don't like the close quarters combat or if you like preying on defenseless ships. What some PvE players aren't really getting is that this means other players can continue firing at you endlessly because there's no speed cap for SCM mode. Right now, when you're just trying to do your non-combat thing and somebody attacks you out the blue, if you can survive long enough to reach 600, 700, 800 meters a second, an attacker won't be able to keep chasing and firing at the same time. Once master modes is gone, there is no escape, you're just dead. Your shields will be gone by the time you hit 400 meters a second. After that, your power plant, jump drive, or whatever they target will be destroyed. And all you got left is to watch them follow your dead ship to the ground to come kill you. Then you go watch it again from their side on Twitch. Anywho, NPCs saw some upgrades for traversal, giving them the ability to navigate doors with control panels, use the elevator, transit systems, and airlocks. Behold, the NPC that can open airlocks. That should be some funny content in the future. Great bloopers there. Bug fixes for NPC ships sticking close to central asteroids instead of attacking players. You might have noticed that on tech smuggler missions. They just kind of sit there and do nothing while you go on about your business. New mystery creature was mentioned with progression in animation. We could definitely use more fauna, so looking forward to that. Except in caves, y'all can go ahead and get dragged away by all the creatures in caves y'all want while I sit in the rover. The super heavy armor set was also mentioned in the animation section. Nothing specific besides it carrying a large fully auto weapon. CIG stated this armor set will bring a new tier of combat physicality to PU players. Some folks disagree with me a couple months ago when I said this is probably the Titan suit. The fact that it carries a specific large weapon puts more pips on my side of the debate there. The character art section mentioned a new armor set and in-game rewards, as well as a continued push for Starwear, which is prepping for an internal demonstration. Exploration for a new gang was noted. And it's cool to see another gang make its way in, but I'm hoping we'll see them a little more fleshed out than here's the Salamanca family. The Claw Salamander gang. Shoot them. Who are they? What do they want? Any chance of a ceasefire through rep? Maybe an HQ we can attack for a specific loot? Just a little something besides enemies with new clothes to shoot. The ships we all been looking at and talking about the past few weeks hit different phases of production, and you've seen them on ISC today. Obviously the MISC refueling ship, the Starlight, Origin's damn sexy fighter, the M80 with the size 4 and 5s, Drake Pitbull, which makes me think of the OG Shark Dog, will make their debut at DefenseCon, the Drake takeover of Invictus this year. And yes, the Drake Ironclad and Ironclad Assault. They got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pit bulls in my Ironclad. Also expect the Aegis Tiburon with a freaking laser along with 4 remote pew-pews. And the gold standard Hammerhead. Small thing, but I'm really glad they ain't changed the component doors in the Hammerhead. Was worried that they would because there's something really cool about the way they look. Maybe it reminds me of the pods in the Gogo Friendship ship in Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. I don't know. Mystery ship was moved to its final review, so we'll see if that makes an appearance during DefenseCon. The Gatak Raylan is moving steadily toward the release during Alien Week in June. Another mystery ship and vehicle were also mentioned. CIG just putting out a lot of hotness this year. We haven't even hit the summer in the States yet. Drake Kraken, speculation puts release dates all over the map for that one, but Invictus or DefenseCon, whichever it turns out to be, seems a most likely release candidate in 2027. The new plasma grenade and crossbow got finishing touches, and you can play the grenade version of William Tell in the PTU right now. If you backed for Shroud of the Avatar back in the day, you can find the instructions to claim your custom version of the crossbow in the Star Citizen knowledge base. Ship hangar services, aka refueling and rearming on bigger ships like the Idris, Polaris, Carrick, Starlancer TAC, 600i, 890 Jump, and the Caterpillars were nailed down, along with NPC refueling beacons and missions and vehicle component crafting, all of which are available in the PTU right now, minus the fatter pillars. That'll be tomorrow. As mentioned in the last vid, this is the first step toward distributing resources throughout the ship. Fuel, food, ammo, and water will sit on the cargo grid and be consumed by the ship as you get a drink of water or fill up a bowl of space pudding, where the resources on the grid just vanish as they're consumed, leaving an empty space, or maybe just an empty box. Gonna be a lot of space litter if it's the last one. Changes to the mission contract were worked on. A limit on how many active contracts a player can have was put in place to help fix exploits. But this is just the initial version, and more about it will be publicly discussed later. Is this the first step toward the end of blueprint parties? It just might be. A lot of dev tools were discussed, but the standout item in the online tech section was the social features pipeline. Nothing in depth, but chat, friends, online presence, I don't know what that is, and party viewer were all named as upcoming deliverables. Social features are super needed right now. Parties are functional, but losing markers or not being able to see the list of party members sometimes getting a little old, so hooray for that. Work across the board was done to increase stability, preserving players' persistent inventory and progression, and client disconnects. Overall, this report points towards 4.8 being a heavy-Chevy update with new missions, new characters, refueling gameplay, ship progress, FPS gear, possibly improved social systems, and noticeable AI NPC improvements. It is looking very good, my friend. Moving on to things revealed today, CIG dropped an exciting look at what's coming soon to 4.8, the Tactical Strike Group, which has been talked about, streamed, screenshotted, and shared to death from PTU for quite a while now. The hype just ain't at the same levels as it was at Digital Con. Until you see it all at once on ISC, the different phases, the teamwork to make the dream work, the trench run. I've been holding back from running it till it goes live, so I wasn't even aware of the hostage rescue part of it. Is it Galen Urso? Looks like they got a little Van Duel tech guarding the castle, so stay on target, Mr. Porkins. They named him Porkins. We've had a lot of content in the first 5 months of 2026, with 7 more months to go. We got a lot more coming our way. So far, Squadron 42 is still in play, but you need to know there's a chance they could wait it out till next year. Some folks think that the GTA 6 launch is a non-factor in the PC space. Incorrect, my friend. It'll absorb all the gaming news when it drops, and nobody, including Chris Roberts, wants to be caught with a briefcase of marketing money exposed when that storm hits. The new, improved, and instant Siege of Orison is going to be coming down the pipe this year. I always thought Siege was just aight, but hopefully the new one will be a little more exciting. The industrial-themed, maintenance and combat-oriented municipal works will be coming to Levski, which is kind of weird looking at the size of Levski. I'm sure we'll still see it at the original location on ArcCorp at some point. The Apex Sand Velikar will be launching itself out the ground this year. Genesis will bring alien planets to Nyx, and Starwear will finally let us combine civic clothing and armor without trying to hunt down and glitch into invisible undersuits. It's a brave new world this year, and I'm here for all of it. Well, except for one thing.
Defense Con is here to fill your holes.
Fly dirty, citizen.